Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Doc.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, very good morning to all who joined us today. Okay, so this morning we will be having the Research Enhanced Workshop Series 2025. So by the way, my name is Gan. I'm from the School of Computer Sciences, USM, and I will be your moderator for today's workshop. Okay. So the topic for today is the literature review templates and ChatGPT, Google Scholar. I think this is a very exciting topic because yeah, ChatGPT is very famous and popular nowadays, and we will see how it can be used to assist as as the assistant in your research works. Yeah, and I think there's also a special part that our speakers will be touching today, which is about the persona prompt engineering. Yeah. So yeah, for those who are new to these sessions, you may join the WhatsApp group, USM with Tava WhatsApp group. Yeah. You can scan the QR code to join the groups, or you can also join via the link, yeah, shared on the slide. Yeah. So you may just go to bit.ly USM with Tava to join the WhatsApp group. So for future workshop, we'll be sharing the announcement, yeah, and also some materials by Dr. Thava via the groups. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so mainly today, the talk will be focusing on idea minings for a topic, research gaps, and especially to do with the literatures and literature review synthesis. Yeah, so I'll leave the explanation about the topics to our speakers. Yeah, let me just introduce the speakers, Dr. Thava. Yeah, so Dr. Thava has completed his PhD in 2 years and 11 months. Yeah, and he founded the Proofreading by a UK PhD. Yeah, some of you may know his service, and he has actually served the clients from almost all over the world, as many as 34 countries. Yeah. Yeah, so I will just remind everyone. Yep. So during the session, please make sure your microphone is turned off. Okay. Yeah, so that you do not distract the listeners from listening to the session. If you have any questions, you can submit it via the chat. Okay. Yeah, you submit your question via the chat, and we'll look at your questions. After the sessions. Yeah. And the feedback form will be available at 11:30 a.m. and especially for computer science research postgraduate students. Yeah. So in order for you to get your CSD point, the school's requirement CSD points, please submit the form to record your attendance. Okay. Yeah. So by the way, today's session will also be recorded, and it will be made available via the CS YouTube platform later. Okay, so that is the reminders. Yeah. So I will hand the sessions to Dr. Thava. Okay, yeah. So in a short.
Hi,
Yeah.
Dr. Gan. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us today. So thank you very much to Dr. Gan and also to USM for organizing School of Computer Sciences to organize the class today. I think this is the first class for this year. Normally we'll start a bit earlier, but I had a lot of commitments. So now we are starting from June, and then hopefully we'll finish at least 2 to 3 classes. Hopefully there's time for that. So let's start the class in 3 minutes time. So we give time for everyone to join, and then we'll start sharp at 10 past 10. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so I think while waiting, let me just move back to the first slide. If you haven't joined the WhatsApp group, you can do it now. Okay, yeah. So you may scan the QR code to join the USM with Thava WhatsApp group. You just scan the QR code, or you can join via the link. Okay. The feedback form will be made available at 11:30 a.m. in the chat. Yeah, we will be sharing the link at the chat. Okay, so another reminder again. So for those who have just joined our session, you may join the USM with Thava WhatsApp group. Yeah, just scan the QR code or join via the link. We will start sharp at 10 a.m. What's the name of the YouTube that will... Okay, we will share the YouTube channel to you at the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so Akbar, you may join the WhatsApp group. Yeah, once we have uploaded the video, we will share with you the link of the video. Yeah, so make sure you join the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay, all right, doctor. So I think we can start already.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yes,
again,
you
Dr.
may.
Gan, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate all your contributions. So very good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are all good. We are already mid of the year already, very, very fast. Time is flying like no one's business this year. So let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, so there we go. Right. Show me my presentation. Okay, all right. So I'm here already in front of the presentation. Okay, all right. Okay, that's fine enough. And then we open participation panel. We've got more than 100 attendees ready, which is good. Then please everyone open your chat box also. That's very, very important in my classes. Please open your chat box and keep it open all the time. Communication is going to be both ways, but that will be via chat box. So don't unmute your mic at unless it's emergency. Other than that, then keep it muted so that it doesn't disrupt the flow of the class. So again, very good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Tava. Okay, this is my first class for USM. I've already finished, I think, the entire cycle for the first quarter or second quarter for the first class. Still left, I think, USM, followed by the final class would be with UMT, University of Malaysia, Terengganu. So will be this year, usually I have 4 classes per year, but this year probably I think I have 2 to 3 only. This last year we focused mostly on chapter 1 development. I believe some of you would have joined last year. It was a very, very interesting year. A lot of inputs into chapter 1 development with AI, without AI, how do you survive, all those things. How do you overcome the bottleneck of AI as well? So this year also we're going to do the same, so that most of the students don't get into trouble and don't get, I won't say overexcited, even I'm excited of AI, but just that we need to understand where the buck stops. That means not talking about the ethics perspective. I think the ethics part, USM has already made aware of their students. I think they have their own booklet and so on. But in terms of technicalities is what I'm going to talk about today. So in terms of hallucination, fake information, and so on and so forth, and how to verify those information together with Google Scholar. That's where I would like to step in today. Okay, so I'm going to show you my literature review template that I've created. Long time I did not present about that. In combination of that with ChatGPT 4.0, my own prompting methods that I'm going to share today. And in combination with Google Scholar as well. So we're going to look at persona prompting as well today. Okay, so that's the whole goal. Let me go to the next slide. Okay, so this seminar is purposely made informal to create a comforting environment for the students and to break down barriers so that we can improve opportunities for Q&A. Okay, for those who cannot get the QR code, no worries. I've made a group just for USM students. Okay, so let me share the group, but this is for USM students. So if you're coming out of USM, you will have your own individual groups. But if you're not in any individual groups with me in your, according to your own university, then you can always join USM group. There's no harm. It's all education anyway. Okay, so it's all knowledge sharing. So that is the link to USM group. You may join if you want to, especially for USM. Definitely, I would recommend you to join. Because all future classes, apart from Dr. Gan emailing everyone, this will be a direct notification to all of you as well. And we do share very, very important updates time to time in the group. Okay, so I would advise you to join and stay in the group. So I'm going to skip this. I think most of you might know me, might have watched me on TikTok and so on. For those who don't know me, well, I'm Dr. Tava from from proofreading by UK PhD. I think I've been working with USM for quite some time now. Okay, I think what now? I think I started with different faculty, and then I joined up with Dr. Gunn first, then went to Dr. Manmeet, and I think back to Dr. Gunn again. Okay, I think someone's mic is not muted.
I've muted it.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, so this is our organization, so I don't want to go through all these details. We just get straight to the point. So for today's class especially, what I'm going to teach you today will be very, very helpful towards your thesis development, publication development, your analysis development, chapter 4 and 5, your preparation for your defense and viva, all of that, and especially thesis to journal conversion, because literature review is something that you cannot avoid in any parts of your writing when it comes to academia. Okay. Along with all that, how do you also beat Turnitin AI if you're using AI at all to write the whole thing? Okay, so as usual, 100% participation from all of you. If you're doing anything else, forget it. Give your unparalleled focus here. And then also any questions or any discussion, please do it in the chat box. Okay, now for how many of you here joining my class for the first time? Never joined before. Please let me know in the chat box. Never joined before. This is your first time literally joining my class. Okay, because then I can share where do you go and watch all my free classes, pre-recorded classes. Okay, I think quite a big number as well. Okay, so for all the new participants' sake, I will share with you where to go and find my classes. Okay, I know some of you or many of you might not use Facebook. Okay, to be honest, even I don't really use it that much these days, but this is where I store, I use it for knowledge sake, okay, for knowledge purposes, midnight ranting and a lot of knowledge purposes and so on. This is our largest following group page. We have 185,000 followers on this Facebook page. We share a lot of information on daily basis. Okay, a lot of tutorials, a lot of notes, a lot of papers, a lot of templates. It's all tutorial knowledge and so on. Not really that much of marketing. Okay, it's more on knowledge sharing. Literally, core knowledge sharing. How do you do literature matrix? How do you write problem statement? How do you structure thesis and so on and so forth. So if you're interested to join up and to learn for free, nothing to pay. Okay, just click that link I've just shared. You can open it up, go right here, and then you can click follow. And like if you don't have Facebook profile, it's okay. You can just click create a profile. Don't put any photos, nothing, just for the purpose of going through all the classes and so on. Because those days I very, very active on Facebook, so I run all my Facebook live classes since MCO 2020, everything on Facebook. So everything is taught here. Something that is immovable actually. Unfortunately for a certain sake, but we do have some classes on YouTube as well. So once you arrive here, you can click like and follow us for all the tutorials. This page is also connected to my Telegram group, which I'll share with you in a while. And then if you go to videos, click more, you go to videos, you can find a lot of classes. This is the most popular class now, Literature Review, AI Tool and Web of Science. Okay, and then if you scroll down, you can see here, free writing tutorials by Dr. Thawa, 132 videos. See all. These are all classes, literally. 1 hour, 2 hours, long classes. These are what most people sell as workshop. Okay, but what I've done is whenever I'm free, because I don't really have the time to run workshops anymore. I used to do a lot. But now I don't. So whenever I found time before this, I just made it into classes. Okay, I'll just have a session with my followers and so on and so forth. So writing review journal, and then how to structure complete thesis, how to publish high impact journal, literature review, proposal defense, concept paper, a lot of things that you are seeking for. It's given here free. Systematic review, scoping review, 3 journals from thesis, finding journal for publication, podcast with my former colleagues, alumni, Dr. Hardy, Dr. Naeem, he's in Oman now, so associate professor, he's an associate professor in, I think, UMP, if I'm not mistaken, from UTM, he moved. A lot of things that they share. Okay, so these are all the knowledge that you can get from here. Problem statement writing, chapter 1 writing, chapter 2 writing, and so on. So whenever you're free, you want to learn free stuff, you cannot get knowledge from elsewhere, workshops are too expensive, that's where you go to. Okay, all right, so I leave that to you guys to go and learn. Then we have all these templates. Okay, so what happened is I started creating more and more template after the emergence of AI, because I start realizing AI is good for ideation. If you want to read a paper, even that I don't really encourage lah, because I'll show you today why. This we're talking about hardcore research. I'm not talking about bachelor's diploma. That I don't really care. I think that is they are getting enough information from AI and they can write up. But when it goes to masters and PhD, the information goes deeper and deeper and deeper, which AI cannot go that deep, or they don't know how to structure that idea to be that critical and that deep. Okay, the depth analysis is not really there. So what I do is I create all the structures on how you can actually structure your chapters, structure your writing, what kind of information you must have. So I've made that into templates. Some of you might be aware, some of you might be not, especially to all the new joiners. So if you're doing one of these thesis, so we have I've categorized it. Thesis, chapter 3, chapter 1, chapter 2, proposal defense, viva, systematic review. So I've given all the templates here. All of these are free. Okay. At the current market rate in the UK, per template like this is, I mean, by influencers, they are selling it at about £6 to £7 per template, per time usage. Okay. So once you open, you use one time and that's it. You're going to use it anymore. But here I've given out all for free. No point monetizing on all this. So thesis here, you have full thesis table of content, quantitative, qualitative, mixed method, table of content for chapter 2, how do you structure your literature review and so on. And then where do you get sample theses from all over the world? I've done it here also. You have all the links here in this template. Chapter 3, Chapter 1, I have an enormous amount of templates because that is by far the most important chapter. Because when your examiner or your supervisor starts reading your thesis or proposal, if Chapter 1 is not sensible, I would say the rest of the journey is going to be doomed. So I'm a guy, I always give a lot of emphasis on Chapter 1 because that is your, I would say, your introduction, your mukadima, that is your whole story. Okay, where it starts from. The rest is all an attachment to that. So it's very, very important. That's why last year we just dedicated on teaching how to, I dedicated last year to teach how to develop chapter 1, and these are introduction, background, problem statement, and so on. Sometimes when I see problem statement generated by AI, whether Jenny AI or ChatGPT or Perplexity and whatnot, I sometimes feel like I'm going to laugh it out, okay, for PhD level, okay, but people do copy and paste. Okay, I've seen students who just literally copy and paste and then call that problem statement and then eventually failing their proposal defense. I've done a video on that on TikTok. Okay, I've literally shared how bad it is. Okay, problem statement and also how the RORQ was structured. Okay, this is chapter 2, literature summary template. This is what we're going to use today, okay, in this class. And then you can also find literature matrix, theoretical framework, databases, critical literature review template. What do you need from a paper when you read it? That's what this template is all about. Okay, then proposal defense viva. Okay, what are the kind of questions? What do examiners expect you to know? And then all the SLR. Okay, all the SLR related templates. Now, where to find it? Where to download? That is the QR you can scan, or you can just go to this particular link and join up in our Telegram group. From there, you will be able to download all the resources. So this is my Linktree link. This is where you can go to my TikTok, all our services, and all my other links, YouTube, and so on. So YouTube, we have a lot of things going on also. We have all the videos going on. We have about 4,000 plus subscribers. So these are all the videos we have here also. We have live classes here also. And all the free notes of the previous classes and the current classes as well. All the Facebook full entire playlist can be found here, Telegram group and so on. So when you arrive here, I suggest you to subscribe so that any new updates you'll be notified, okay, from this spot. And then if you click this Telegram group, it will take you straight to Telegram group. Okay, so we have over 17,000 members. It's supposed to open here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so okay, so this is okay. This is how students will usually collect data from my group, because we have 17,400 members under one roof, and it's not a channel, it's not marketing. So none of my group, I keep it as a marketing paradigm. It's more of a discussion forum. Especially Telegram, you get all the resources here. Okay, so you can ask questions, you can collect data, you can discuss, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is all of it. So if you once you arrive here, just click search. Okay, look for the search button. If you're on your mobile phone, it's similar to WhatsApp, and then search for template. Okay, sorry, it should be search here. Sorry, template. Okay, so you can find all the templates here. Okay, so you can download it from here. All are given here. Some of you might think, why Telegram and then why WhatsApp group? Because WhatsApp group, the file don't last. You share within 1 month, the file expired already. So they are a bit more stingy, WhatsApp. But Telegram, they're a bit more lenient, okay, very generous. So they keep the space for us. Okay, so you can download all the templates from here, and everything else can be found here. So I suggest you, if you want to get access to all the templates, you can join in here. Okay, so now we have one more guy unmuted. Rashid, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Okay, so that's that. I've explained that also. Now let's get to the class. Yeah, this is what we're going to cover today. All right. So we're going to cover 5 different elements. Okay. Topic selection and scouting. All about research gaps. Okay. Literature databases. Hands-on paper crunching. After paper reading, what is next? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to skip this. Okay, let's get to this. Okay, let's get to this. So we're not going to talk about all the no's. We will ignore all the no's. Okay, we don't talk about this. We talk about all the yes today. Okay, so now, to all the students who are selecting topic, figuring out what research scope you want to look into, what is the research area you want to explore, and so on, there are certain criteria you can go to. Okay, like a topic, I've seen students who write the whole proposal and then topic doesn't work out, and then they redo everything, they change everything because it just doesn't work, and doesn't get along with what they want. There's no interest, and so on. So this is for everyone, not only new students, but whoever's still at the proposal stage. If you're already at data collection stage, you don't need to worry so much. Okay, so topic, there are 2 forms. Okay, one is given by a supervisor. Okay, that means they have a grant, they already know what they want, and you just have to find a research gap in that area. So that is fantastic. That makes your life so much easier. But most of the PhDs, you have to figure out what exactly do you want to do. So I talk to students, many of them, when they want to start at the early stage, they'll be like, okay, I want to do PhD in education. See, that is very, very wide. I want to do PhD in computer science. There are like 10 million things you can do in computer science, okay? So don't have such a broad view that you want to do PhD. You must, computer science, it's an area, it's not a topic, okay? It's an area, subject area. So from there, you need to narrow down to a topic. Okay, now, how do you get to the topic? So that's where you need to look at topic of interest and relatable to one situation. So computer science in the context of your organization, your daily life, solving a very, very important problem that you always been looking for solution. Same goes to any other area, HR area, organizational area, engineering, hardcore engineering area, and so on. So try to relate back to a problem that you face in your workplace, in your life, or anything else that you want to solve. Okay? From there, you see those topics, those interests, but make sure you have aligned that with your supervisor. So don't, I see a lot of students work in silo. Okay, so not all, but a lot, many of them that I meet. So they decide the topic, they tell the supervisor, not really many feedback, then they just continue like that. Okay, you have to continuously engage. Okay, you have to continuously engage for your own benefit. Okay, for your own benefit, you have to continuously engage until you get the right feedback from the supervisor. Okay, so don't jump into the bandwagon. Immediately start writing chapters 1 to 3 without even having a clue what you're going to do. And then with all the AI around now, whatever feedback the people are giving, people are just taking in and just plugging in and going. Some of it are just repeated information. It's already existing out there. It's not even new. Okay, I'll show you today some good examples from premium, what do you call that, AI. So always you need to do your own study. As much as AI probably will show you, okay, maybe you can take this direction. Okay, so what's I've seen, I'm not telling all of you, I've seen proposals and theses and so on. They just copy and paste the whole thing. Okay, and then when they go for defense, they fail because the whole thing is existing idea. It's not even new. Many cases like that. Okay, so you still need to go and do your own study, do your own research. Okay, you need to know where the don't get very excited people on Instagram, TikTok, and talking about and what they call that, glorifying AI and so on. They are mostly bachelor's and diploma students. Okay, or probably high school. Okay, so bachelor's, I think it's fair enough. Okay, they want to use it, they can use it. Even yesterday, I heard from an examiner. This one talking to an examiner, they literally saw the whole bachelor thesis coming from AI, but unfortunately, Turnitin picked it up, so they failed it. Lah. I think it was in UITM. They failed the whole bachelor's, but they can just literally, it looks legit. Lah. But bachelor's level can, lah. For our level, I don't think so. I think it will be basically asking for trouble. Lah. Okay, all right. And most of these academicians, okay, they are being trained on identifying AI. That means the moment you read, you will know this is from AI. 100% you will know it's from AI. Okay, the way they structure, the way the idea is coming out. Now, if I read a page, even a WhatsApp message I read, I can know this is actually coming from AI. Yeah, I get that. I get students sending WhatsApp messages, they just copy and paste from ChatGPT. The moment I read, I can know this is definitely AI. It's not real. Okay, so yeah, that's the whole case. So once you already know topic of interest, relatable, you go and check out whether it fulfills your specific goals or not. Okay, whether this is what you want or not. Now, once that is done, you find out whether it's unique and novel or not. This is the part where you can involve AI. So AI involvement, how to involve it, I'll show you. And then from there, whether whatever AI gives you, it's actually really new or not. That's where Google Scholar will come in to help you. Okay. So how many of you here never use Google Scholar at all? Never use Google Scholar, don't know how to use or not even into it, or never got explored. Okay, never got, no, not explored, never got exposed to Google Scholar before this. Any of them here don't use Google Scholar at all? Can let me know in the chat group. Sorry, chat room. Chat box, yeah. So no, everyone uses Google Scholar. Okay, fantastic. Okay, then once all this verification is done, you start your engine, you move, and that are the steps, a more detailed steps on how do you define this. Okay, so let's say you already pick a topic or question from your refining of topic, what I said earlier, and then you want to find an answer. Then you're going to bring in ChatGPT, Google Scholar. I personally don't use anything. As a matter of fact, I don't use AI for research. I use AI for research to research how it works. Okay, I research more on how transformer networks work, how artificial neural networks. I personally use artificial neural networks before during my engineering PhD period. We use artificial neural networks to equalize signals. We do signal processing and so on. So I know neural networks very well, and I know how unstable neural networks can be. Okay, so neural networks is what most of the AI, generative AI is using. Okay, they have their deep learning, generative learning, all these things. Underlying mechanisms are some form of neural networks. Neural networks got many different kinds. Okay, but it is some form of neural networks. Okay, so so therefore, I know I research more on how it actually works, how does it respond, and so on and so forth. But not exactly use it for research because I don't want to waste my time, get all the information from ChatGPT or any platform, and then go out and search again whether they are legit or not. That defeats the whole purpose. So that's where the bottleneck is. Okay, whether this information is true or not, whether what the fellow telling is really existing or not, whether it is actually appearing in that paper or not. That's how examiners are asking nowadays. Now, this part, you show me where it's appearing in the paper and why do you critically write this part? They're asking that. That's how the story of the bachelor student who failed yesterday. That's how they actually, one of the way that they identified. First, Turnitin AI was high, but since Turnitin AI can give false positive, okay, that means it can mistakenly detect an human writing as AI. So they went on to investigate during the oral examination. They asked, okay, this part, show me, for bachelor student, show me where in this paper, which segment of it actually spoke about this. And that's where, things got even more uglier lah for that student. Okay, so there's a bit of sharing on even bachelor's level. So why do I only use ChatGPT? Because AI you can define into many different paradigms. Okay, so there are two scopes here when it comes to AI. Okay, from what I see and how I understand, these are untold things, okay, in AI. So you got the primary providers, and then you got the secondary providers. Okay, so these are primary. I'm sorry for my writing. Okay, primary, these are secondary. So primary are ChatGPT, DeepSeek, what do you call that? Perplexity. Then you have Grok, Gemini, Cloud. Okay, these are all primary providers. That means they have data centers. They have their own servers, their own data. That means they're not riding on Amazon services, or they're not riding on GPT models and so on. They have their own models. ChatGPT have their own models. DeepSeek have their own models. Perplexity have their own models, and so on and so on. This P, Perplexity. You call it Perp. Grok. Okay, Grok is one of the worst performing AI ever. Okay, then you got Gemini. Gemini is also quite horrible. Cloud and so on. So these are all AI providers. I like them. Okay, I like them because it makes my life easier to write letters, to translate. Translate still not precise lah, but okay lah. Okay, then mostly write letters lah. Mostly write formal letters, write verify a CV and so on and so forth. Okay, then from this you have all the secondary stuff. Secondary stuff is what? That is your Jenny AI, and then you have SciSpace, then you have what do you call that? Rabbit, Consensus, sorry, Elicit, and so on and so forth. Why do I call them secondary provider? These guys don't own their own models. They don't. They don't really have their own data centers, billions and billions of dollars invested. And they close down overnight. These people can close down overnight. At least recently, a Saudi student shared with me. He had all the prompting, everything done, although he failed his proposal defense. Using AI, he built a proposal of 136 pages in MSU University, and then proposal defense went horribly wrong. But unfortunately for him, whatever information literature he had in a AI called Moxie, I think Moxie or something like that. He was telling me, I think it was Moxie. Okay, they just closed down overnight. Okay, because it's very, very expensive for these people to pay these guys to provide all the models. Okay, essentially, how I know this, because most of these guys have approached us to do videos for them, to promote, to be influencer, to be, promote for them lah. But I don't take any of the offers because I don't trust any of them. Jenny AI have approached. Jenny AI pays 2,000 USD per video. They're willing to pay. Okay, SciSpace pays about 1,500 USD. It's very good money, but I don't take it because I personally don't have conviction in any of these platforms. I personally don't. Okay, when I don't recommend the students that I teach to use it, I'm not going to promote it to any students. I think it's very, very sinful to do that lah. Okay, because I'm seeing failures. I'm gradually seeing many, many failures coming up. Okay, so no matter the amount of money they give me, I'm not going to promote them. Right, so these guys cannot afford to build what these guys have built. Okay, what these guys have built. I still have the offer from Jenny AI, SciSpace. Even today I had one offer. Today I had one offer from let me see. Today I have from siapa ni today? Today was today was it's this thing. Water AI, a new launch, I think, WOTR.ai. They are AI rewriting tool, okay, for detection, which I know will never work. Okay, I've done a lot of videos on it already. Undetectable AI, Quillbot, what do you call that, stealth writer. None of the humanizing will work. Okay, I've experimented it. You just have to paraphrase on your own. Don't trust any of this. So these guys are offering me very good deal also. I think they're giving me about 1,800 USD to do one video. Water AI, just one video only. I can do it. I think in about 3 to 4 hours. No, that's more. I think recording is about 1 hour plus. Scripting, I'll take just about 5-10 minutes. I can do the scripting and experiments already. I think within 3 to 4 hours, I can make 2,000 USD and move on. But I don't want it because it's cheating. It's literally, it won't work. Okay. So site AI is also considered secondary because SciSpace, Site AI, these guys all don't have their own cloud. They will never tell you, okay, what they're using. You go to their website, they'll never mention. They will portray as if they're using their own models and so on. Actually, they don't. They cannot afford to. One server farm built by OpenAI, ChatGPT owners, Microsoft lah, in Malaysia, $2 billion. So 2 billion ringgit. 2 billion ringgit. I don't. Yeah, $2 billion. Thailand 2 billion, Indonesia 2 billion. They already got many server farms already. Even then, ChatGPT is making loss. Okay, so how can these guys go and build? None of the students, intellectual, intelligent PhD students, are asking themselves this question because they're afraid of ChatGPT. They say ChatGPT will hallucinate. They will lie a lot. I agree, I totally agree. But all these people here, Jenny AI using GPT, SciSpace using GPT, and if I'm not mistaken, Cloud. Site AI, I think using GPT and if I'm not mistaken, Cloud also, or I think Cloud. A lot of people using Cloud, and because these are the forerunners. I mean, the really came at the beginning guys lah. All right. So they all will use one of the other. They will use their model. Okay. So when these guys, my question is, the brain itself is giving you all the lies in the world. The flood creating reference, still until now, the flood create references out of thin air. That means it's not even existing out there. Then how are we sure that these people are giving the true story? I've tested them. I've seen it before. That's why I've not even bothered to go and, and test them and do videos and so on. Like, okay, so but now recently I did a video. I don't know if you guys are aware. Whatever you do with SciSpace, Site AI, ask them to read paper for you, do literature review for you, and so on. Google Scholar AI doing it for free. You don't need to pay these people anymore. Okay, I recently did a video. If you're unaware, go and watch my video. Google Scholar already released their own PDF reader, and in that got AI already. The first summarize the papers for you for free, no need to pay. You can use as many times as you want. Okay, but again, I will tell you, don't trust it 100% lah. So what is free, what is good, they don't even need to pay me. I share with everyone because it's free. Why not? Okay, try and see. But make sure you read your own papers lah. Okay, but what they pay me to promote, I don't want to promote because I know they are worse, horrible. Okay, so make sure you do your own study all the time. Like, I don't want to be very anti-AI, but when it comes to research, I have a lot of trust issues. You guys need to have also, because it's not me going to Viva. I've done my part already. You guys are the one going to Viva. So you need to be very careful of what you're using. Okay. So now, after this ChatGPT and Go, so I've already explained to you breakdown of AI now. Okay. So you know what are the masters and what are the slaves. Okay. What are the secondary. I'm going on the master slave of PC world lah. Okay. So we don't talk about that. We go into primary, secondary. Okay. So these are the major players. These are all sub players. They are more optimized tool, but the brain, the model is still this. It's still one of these guys. These are the big players. Perplexity funded by Amazon. ChatGPT is Microsoft. DeepSeek, well, they are deep pocketed. They have a lot of money. Grok, I cannot recall who was Grok. I know Cloud. One of these is Tesla funded. Gemini, Google. So, they have ample of money. Okay, so these are the guys you're supposed to look at because they're investing a lot of money. No point looking at these guys. They may be optimized, but they're not efficient. They're not giving you the real story there. Okay, be very careful. Okay, you have to read. Grok is Twitter. There you go. Thank you. Grok is Twitter. Okay, so Grok is Tesla lah, more or less lah. Okay, because Twitter owned by Elon Musk. So there you go. Okay, so Now, when it comes to ChatGPT, Google Scholar, you combine them both so that you reduce your risk factor. And then when it comes to searching for articles, you have to choose the right keywords, related terms, and you need to use and or not efficiently so that you don't end up with too many papers. A lot of complaint is if I go to Google Scholar, I get millions of papers. You need to use the right Boolean, which I'll show you today. Very, very easy stuff. Okay. Then in that, look for problems within limitation of study, future study, assumption, taken, in research papers. This one all you can use AI. You can, I mean, not saying you can, one of the, I'm not saying ethical, I'm not talking ethical point of view. That is between you and your university, how they are dealing with it. To what? Because it's a very gray area. Some supervisors, nothing. Some supervisors, even you write with AI also, they're not bothered. So it's very gray area. So I don't even know which is ethical, which is not ethical anymore. It's a bit confusing for even for me. Okay. But if you're going to read a paper, okay, some of the important parts for you to note always is limitation of study, future study, assumption taken if you're using any tools to read. But again, I tell you, Google Scholar is already giving free paper reading tool. It's on my TikTok, how to even install it. I've taught you step by step. Go and check it out. Okay, what is free? No harm to promote lah. You cannot complain, or even if it is lying, you cannot complain because it's free. Okay, so next thing, you read review papers. Review papers, go for systematic scoping. Even narrative is fine. It will give you very good gaps. Okay, and then go for latest papers, new ones. Okay, and then finally, once you're done with all these, go and read empirical papers. And it's very, very, very important. How many of you here are aware, or do you guys know that it's important to read papers, literature from Scopus and Web of Science indexed? How many of you here are aware? Or at least know why you need to, or at least you guys are actually applying it? How many of you don't know that you need to go? It's okay. You can share with me. At least I know that people don't know. And nothing to be embarrassed about because you guys are new. When I started my PhD, I don't even know what is Web of Science or what is Scopus. I didn't know. Okay, because I went from bachelor state to PhD. I skipped my masters. Okay, so as long as you guys know, okay, make sure you guys maintain that. So whatever papers you guys are reading, make sure it's presently Scopus. Okay, don't read predatory journals. It's going to lead you to more problems that you cannot solve. Right? Okay, so that's good. Scopus and Web of Science, always check. Check in scopus.com. Don't check in Simago.jr. Okay, the Simago.jr is not updated. Go to scopus.com, search for the source, look at the paper, make sure it is still indexed in Scopus. Okay, not kicked out already. Web of Science, make sure you check in MJL, or even better, check in what is the other one? JCR, Journal Citation Ranking. Check it there, whether it's still Web of Science or not. Like late last year, they kicked out Elsevier Helion. Supposed to be a very good journal, but Web of Science kicked out nonetheless. So always check before you go and sign, okay? Because that will, that is an indicator that the journal is scamming, okay? Once it's kicked out, you might ask, why is so kicked out? So what? I published in Elsevier Helion before. Okay, I published about 3-4 years ago. Okay, it was Q1 Web of Science. I think about 3 years ago lah. Why it's important to know whether kicked out or not? Because how about checking it in Clarivate? Yeah, Clarivate you can check in MJL, Master Journalist. You can check in JCR, Journal Citation Ranking. Two tools you can check in Web of Science. So why do I say it's important? It's important to check because the moment you know it's kicked out, you stay away because you know that most of the papers did not go through proper reviewing, don't have legit information, mostly paid and published through backdoor. Okay, that's why they get kicked out. So better don't go anywhere. It's already tainted. Okay, it's already tainted. You don't go anywhere close. Yeah, Amal. Helion. I also published in Helion. So very sad for me to see that. But for me, I went through hell. I think we went through about 4 revisions before I got the acceptance. But after that, once they start chunking money, I think it was much, much easier. Okay, all right? Okay, now we're going to start using ChatGPT and Google Scholar, go a bit more hands-on. Enough of the theory, now we go hands-on. I want to read this particular paper. Okay, so I'm going to read... I'm going to read this particular paper. Okay, it's an Elsevier International Journal of Information Management. It's a fantastic journal. Impact factor 20.1. Okay, so usually impact factor 20.1, all you can kind of guarantee that it will never be kicked out from Web of Science because the legacy is there. It's a legacy journal. You cannot collect impact factor 20.1 by being 3 years old or 4 years old. This is like maybe 15 years old, maybe 20 years old journal. Then you can get such high impact factor. So this is a very good journal. That's why I say always check what kind of papers you are reading. It's like what kind of food you eat. Okay, do you bother what you eating? You want to eat healthy food, good food, not coming from rubbish, hygiene and so on, right? Same goes the paper that you read for your thesis. Make sure it's good papers. Indexed papers, good quartile, good impact factor. That disciplines your studies, disciplines your thesis, and it gives good signal to your examiners also. They will go through reference list. That's another tip I'm telling you. All journals, all papers, all theses, when it goes to reviewers and theses, when like people like me, when I was trained by my supervisor, one of the important things they'll tell me, go through the reference list. My supervisor trained me how to review papers. Say, go through the reference list. Look at the reference. How many Web of Science can you find? How many Q1 to Q2 and Q3? How many conference papers? They won't, unless conference papers are top conferences in the world, okay, like 10%, 15% acceptance rate conferences, then they know like this is the best of the best. Okay, like IEEE, top-notch conference, like IEEE, like, if you're in computer science area, IEEE Globecom, IEEE ICC, Infocom, all these are very, very high level conferences. Those no problem, but I'm talking about those holiday conferences. Doesn't really contribute much. So don't cite those kind of papers. Okay, all right. So coming here, this is the paper we're going to use for experimentation today on ideating new pathway. So I want to find a new topic out of this paper, information system capabilities. Okay, that means the capability of software, information system, tools that you use in a workplace. How does it improve a firm's performance? And then they are bringing in two mediators, decision-making performance, business process performance, to have better connectivity between information system and firm performance. That's what the paper is about. Okay. So it's a quantitative paper. Okay, so it's a well-balanced paper. So I want to create a new topic out of this. So now I go back to ChatGPT. Okay, so I'm using 4.0. Okay, premium. I'm paying 4.0 because when I'm showing experiment, I want to show the right information to all of you. Okay, so I uploaded the paper. All right, and then I asked the floor, if you were to refer to this paper, what other new research scopes can be created based on this paper? Okay, so what I'm doing here is called persona prompting. Okay, persona prompting. That means I'm putting the floor as the person in charge here, like the person who is facing the situation. So if you were to refer to this paper, what are the new research scopes can be created based on this paper? Okay, so the floor give me all these ideas. Excuse me. Okay, based on the research presented, the floor give me one our first idea, second idea, third idea, fourth idea, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to take a few only, and we analyze it together. Okay, so first of all, he is telling whatever model given in the paper, okay, whatever quantitative model, okay, given in the paper, if you just take it, the study focus on firms in Turkey, emerging economy, future research can explore how IS capabilities affect firm performance in other emerging markets such as India, Brazil, and Nigeria. Okay, so I'm asking you guys, is it enough for you to just take a model, whether it's computer science model or quantitative model and so on, exact same model without changing anything, just change the demographic in a different country, you test it. Can you get a PhD out of it? It's a long pause. No? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Anyone else feels yes or no? Honestly, no idea. Okay, that's fine. No idea is fine. Okay. For those who are unsure, okay, no, that means you know firmly no. Okay. PhD is about contributing new idea. That's why I say if you want to use AI to write bachelor's thesis, you want to fully go fledged, just generate that and then submit. I don't know. You're gonna go to employ. You're gonna go to workplace and suffer. That's your problem. University allows it. The university's problem, but because it's a very gray area. By end of the day, bachelor's, you're not creating anything new. You're not contributing to knowledge. You're just doing FYP. All right. But PhD, people are giving you doctorate degree, doctorate title. You have a title they can put before you. There is a reason for that. You are a subject matter expert. That means you can design or create or generate something. Okay, you are an innovator, whether social innovator or computer science innovator or engineering innovator, you are an innovator or medical innovator. Okay, bachelors, they don't call them innovator, but uh, PhD, they call you innovator and inventor, right? You are inventor and innovator. You can do both, right? So when you go out, people tell, hey, doctor, what, and then can you do this for me in this particular area? You should be able to do it. If you go like, I need to ask AI, then that's it lah. Okay, that's the end of the world lah. All right, which is where we are heading towards. So when coming to that, you cannot just take what in industry you can. It's okay, all right. I mean, still you will go through patent, I mean, IP infringement and so on if there is an IP, but you cannot just take a model and then apply it for your country or for your idea and then just say this is completely new and give me a PhD. It will be very, very difficult even for you to publish a high impact paper out of this kind of this kind of idea. So that is wrong. Okay, 100% wrong. Okay, so that is where AI fails to understand the natural requirements of a PhD, of an ideation, not just cross apply everything. Okay, so that is one. Next thing is also same, industry specific studies. So again, you cannot take one, let's say a model from an IT industry and then apply it in fintech, manufacturing and so on, and then get one PhD for every topic. That means you can get, imagine how many PhDs you can get, like 5, 6, 7, 8. I can probably get like 10 PhDs by now. Okay, but that is not the case here. There must be your fingerprint. What did you do? How did you improve the model? What did you brought into the model? What was your solid contributions? How did you break down and rebuild back? Okay, the whole model. So what did you do? So this one also definitely no. Okay, then comes 3 and 4. Okay, they're saying do longitudinal studies on IS investments and they bring in something called sustained IS investments. It's a new variable, sustained IS investment. So this is something that we can live with because there is a new idea coming into place. Never done before, sustained IS investment. We don't know, we don't know yet. At this point, we don't know yet. Sustained IS investments. Then, next thing, WSA bring in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies into the model. Okay, into the model. Okay, study emphasizes, okay, model here can be different definitions. For social guys, model means their quantitative model. Okay, for computer science guys, model means is the algorithm. Okay, whatever model they're building, whatever algorithm they're using in Python or whatnot, that's their model. But both are research instruments, okay, or research design. Okay, so here they asked to bring in artificial intelligence, which is a fair idea. Definitely we can explore. Okay. Now, if you are doing this research, okay, this one everyone need to answer me. If you are doing this research from this topic, information system, these are the two ideas that you feel viable. What do you do next? What would be your next step? No one is wrong. Don't worry. The more honest you answer, the better I can understand where is the state of mind is. Then I can understand, I can explain better. That's why I ask for feedback so I can know where you guys are. No point I just blindly teaching and then without knowing your state of mind or where exactly you are. Okay, so you got SLR here. Then what else you guys will do? SLR, okay. Anyone will go into literature review, copy and paste and so on? Peer reviews, structure, main idea. Excuse me, literature main. Why? Okay, now man, let's see. Anyone else? Any idea? Sorry, no idea, doctor. Okay, no problem. What would you do next from here? No one wants to prompt more in ChatGPT to get the natural idea of, let's say, number 3, get all the literature review done in what do you call that, in ChatGPT itself. build it up from there, take all the papers given by ChatGPT. Easier, what? Why not? Okay, that's very good. Very knowledgeable feedbacks. Okay, I love to see this. Use databases to verify your ideas. Okay, good. Okay, so what I would do, systematic review is definitely a good way to go. Definitely. Structuring main idea. Okay, peer review, that means literature review. Literature matrix, positive idea, very good. Meta-analysis is also good, okay, but it's too complicated lah. So you don't need to immediately go to meta-analysis, but nothing wrong with that. You can do that if you want to. Forward snowballing, beautiful. Use databases to verify your idea. Okay, that means different literature centers lah. Okay, now what would I do is I would go to Google Scholar. Okay, so I'll take these particular keywords. I will go to Google Scholar. Okay, to be honest, I'm very biased. Okay, where I'm biased, I will say I'm biased. I love Google Scholar. Okay, I did my PhD with Google Scholar. I never used Scopus, Web of Science, nothing. That time we had no access to all of that. Okay, my university, I think we had access to Web of Science, but never Scopus. Okay, but I just use Google Scholar because it gives me everything. I know for sure in my life, if I use Google Scholar, I won't miss out any of the papers. Okay, why do I say that? See, my first question to all of you is, if you are opening a paper from Elsevier, if you are opening a paper from Taylor Francis, IEEE, non-open access journals, that means it's all free to submit journals, subscription-based journals. Okay, this is important analogy. If you go out of USM, if you don't log in via USM portal to access those papers, can you read those papers? If you don't have any access whatsoever, can you just go to the website and read from the paper? Or you actually finally still need or Sci-Hub lah, or use Sci-Hub, or you use USM. Is there any other way? Yeah, Sci-Hub definitely. Sci-Hub definitely. Google Scholar will show you the paper. It won't allow you to open unless you see the PDF here. This one got, this one can. Okay. Yes, unless paid for it. Okay. So all of you cannot access, but have any of you thought how then when it comes to AI tools? Okay, SciSpace cannot open up the paper unless the paper is available online somewhere or the floor just read the abstract for you. 100% SciSpace or any AI tools cannot open a journal that is not open access unless the PDF file is somewhere in ResearchGate or somewhere shared by the author. Like I used to share all my papers on ResearchGate. I never let it go. Okay. If it is not shared anywhere, if there is no PDF, okay, you cannot open the paper. It'll only show you the abstract. All AI tools will only read the abstract because they don't have the licensing. And they'll get sued to Kingdom Come. They'll bankrupt the company if they start exploiting all this licensing. Okay. When you publish a paper, you sign a licensing agreement. Okay, at the end, you'll write off the paper to the publisher. You don't own the paper anymore. Huh? You already write off already. They own the paper now. Not even your university owns the paper. The publisher owns the paper. That's where you write the licensing agreement. Okay, we got one more link here, Anna's archive. I'll explore that also. Download any paper, probably something like Sci-Hub lah. Okay, I have never seen this before. Probably I'll explore this. Yeah, why not? Let me click. This one not spam, nothing. Can click. What do I get from here? Okay, this is nice. So this is another place that probably you can look for paper. Oh, we mirror Sci-Hub and LiveGen. Nice. This is nice. Okay, this is nice. Okay. Okay, so thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you for that. I like this. So, and also I need to declare that none of the AI tools will take papers from Sci-Hub or ANAS and so on because this is illegal. Okay, this is illegal. If they found out, they will be sued also. And it will be a criminal breach of trust. So there is no way they'll go and take papers from these websites. They will never. Okay. So end of the day, whatever. So therefore, most of the important journals, high impact journals that are not open access won't be recommended by AI tools. They won't be because by reading the abstract, sometimes it's not sufficient information for them to train, for them to understand themselves. Your topic, they will recommend some, they won't recommend all. And second thing, sometimes that's where fake information will start kicking in because they can only read abstract. They cannot read the full paper. Okay, that is why end of the day, going back to Google Scholar or Web of Science or Scopus databases are important for you to get the right papers. Okay, very, very important. So once I arrive here, I talk about firm performance, sustained investments. Okay, let me go back to here. Okay, sustained IS investments, firm performance. Okay, yeah, I agree. Sci-Hub, you cannot get the latest papers anymore. Okay, latest very, very new papers you cannot get. That's another bottleneck lah. That's another bottleneck. Okay, so here again, coming back to this, longitudinal studies on IS investments, we are looking at sustained IS investments. So I go back to the paper, I pick up important keywords, information system capabilities, and I look at firm performance. Okay, these two important keywords. So here, I go to advanced search on Google Scholar. I go to advanced search, open up, firm performance, information system. Okay, this one is all of the words lah, must have these words. Exact phrase, sustained investments. Okay, sustained investment. This is the new variable that I want to explore. Okay, this is the idea given by ChatGPT 4.0. Right? So I search now. When I search now, I have papers on sustained investments here. Okay. Then I have here information system, internal organization, firms. Okay. Then I have more information system, internal organization, firm performance, sustained investments, and so on. Okay. If you go into the paper, you will know it's firm performance lah. Then you will look into adoption ICT, impact on socio-economic development, sustained investments, business activities, and so on. So, IT consulting services, firm-specific characteristics, sustained investments, and so on. So, from this, okay, the idea behind sustained investment is not exactly new. Okay, it's not exactly new. So, you cannot just pick up from ChatGPT and then immediately use it. Okay, so that is one example. We go to the next one, artificial intelligence. Okay, this is how normally I'll search lah. Okay, normally I'll search. Artificial intelligence, emerging technologies. So I just take artificial intelligence only lah. So I go to Google Scholar again, advanced search. Okay, muted already. I think so. Okay. All right. So again here, advanced search. Advanced search is where you don't need to type out Boolean operators. Okay. You can just type in at the right column. All of these are Boolean operators. These are all Boolean operators. Okay. This exact phrase is quotation mark. At least one of the words is or function. Without the words is not function, NOT. N function is already by default. By default is already N function. Okay. And then you can even choose which journal, which authors, and so on. Okay, so let's say I search this, artificial intelligence with these two same keywords, search. Okay, so influence artificial intelligence on firm performance, business value, AI-based transformation projects. Okay, then we have organization performance, information system, artificial intelligence, 2021, 2020. More than that, very, very directly, we have artificial intelligence, organizational performance, information system, all done already. Okay, so now both circumstances also is not really new idea. Okay, not really new idea. I can tell you, my second class will be talking more about this, how to actually totally find new ideas that is not so much of overlapping. Because the more overlapping you have, the more tougher for you to get novelty. Very, very difficult because it's overexploited. Same thing, you know, recycling, goreng back. How much you going to recycle back? Okay. So that's why you need to really shift the whole paradigm into something else. Okay. It's very important to do that. So now from this, you know that this is very recent paper. You know that it's more or less, not less lah, more likely done already lah. Okay, the idea is not really new. So therefore, just recycling from existing papers and give it to you. By the time you find a research gap in exactly only artificial intelligence in information systems, you're going to have another thing coming. It's going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so what do you do then? Now I already verified. That is how I normally verify. So I know this is not true, not entirely new idea. Although I asked the floor for a new idea, the floor never gave me new idea. The floor just Whatever the flow was registered or trained in the artificial neural networks in their transformer network, the flow just goreng back and vomit out to me. So I say, okay, I take it up now. I go and do my investigation. It's not exactly true. Okay. So what do I do now? I go to the papers, example, this paper, okay, 2020. I treat it as my seed paper. Okay, SEED, seed, okay, seed paper. This is my seed paper to launch my idea into artificial intelligence, okay, coming into information system. Where can I develop thereafter? Okay, so from here, I click cited by. Okay, this is snowballing. Okay, this cited by button is snowballing. That means all the papers accepted and published after this paper was published in 2020. Okay, that is what appears here. Like I said, you don't need to pay a single penny to any AI tools because this flow will do everything for you. Just that you have to squeeze your brain a bit on the logicality. That's about it. I mean, that is the basic function any humans can do. All right. So once you go into this and you know it's legit, it's 100% legit. So you don't need to have the fear all the time. Is this true? Is this true? Is this true? It's okay. So you come here, cited by, you can choose which year you want. So maybe you want to look at the most recent years, what they have done. So you go since 2024. These are all the development from that paper. So they're looking into work productivity, generative AI, impact on AI accounting practices, traditional accounting methods, innovation management, and so on and so forth. So these are all new areas. And you can do, this is the first layer snowballing. No, actually this is second, I would say, first layer lah, first layer. So from ChatGPT, Google Scholar, first search, then the first layer snowballing. From this first layer snowballing, you can do one more stage. Okay, let's say you want to do work productivity. Okay, you want to look at information system and then how do work productivity helps with information system, how you want to structure the whole thing. So now you go to another second layer snowballing. You go deeper. Okay, this is this was 2024. Okay, this is after 2024. That means very new papers. Okay, very quickly, I've got a lot of citations ready. Advancement in generative AI, okay, higher education generative AI, impact of artificial knowledge management, okay, proactive green innovation, see if you can bring this idea into it. Organizational performance, there you go, one more. Employee productivity, okay, like what we spoke earlier, okay, productivity is already here. So from here, okay, so earlier was work productivity, generative AI, comprehensive literature review. We go in one step some more. Then we have another paper, impact of artificial intelligence, organization performance, mediating role of employee productivity. Okay, from here, you want to see even one more step. This is very recent paper, Elsevier, very good journal. You go in further, another snowballing. So here is more literally cutting edge lah. Literally just got published this paper. So, okay. So from here, you can go to your second, third layer snowballing already. Okay, third layer. So from here, you will know, okay, you can know, I started with information system. Sorry. I started with information system. Then I went to, what do you call that? Artificial intelligence. Okay, then I went to work productivity, WP. Okay, then I went to generative AI, information system, productivity. Okay, then what is the next? What is the next that you want to explore? At certain point, you will eventually find your gap. That is why snowballing is important. Okay, clear? Any questions? Any questions so far? Can follow so far? Okay, all good? Fantastic. Now let's go to research gaps. Okay, research gaps. Now I already told you snowballing part, how you go through. Now in these parts, in these papers that you are reading, how do you identify your research gaps? Okay, I'll go deeper in the next class. Okay, in the next class I'll go deeper, but these are the gaps that you can explore. Okay. You will have evidence gap. Evidence gap means there is contradicting finding. Okay, it's contradictory. Contradictory. Okay. That means one fellow saying yes, one fellow saying no. One fellow saying information system got impact. One fellow saying information system too expensive, no impact, no point. Okay, so that is called evidence gap. We have to go in and find out who is right, who is wrong. There is empirical gap. Let's say all this while, all the computer science papers, they have done only modeling, MATLAB, Python, all these things. Nothing more than that, okay? So you cannot see actual implementation. There is no programming in FPGA. There is no programming in, there is no real data collection. There is no real experiment, no quasi-experimental in social science. If some of you are social science, there is no, it's all theory only. It's all review only. Nothing really done. So that's another gap that you can prove the case. You can run the experiment yourself. That's a research gap. A knowledge gap is more for education when you want to create curriculum and so on. Methodological gap is a bit complex lah. So you need to invent new methodologies to conduct your research. Then theoretical gap, this is the standard social science, medical sciences research, not really computer science. Computer science, you have theoretical gap. You have your own algorithmic derivation of your mathematics and so on. So theoretical gap is something that you want to practice your formula. Okay, you want to implement your formula. Population gap is more qualitative research. So based on these research gaps, when you read this literature, you can find out what are the gaps you're looking for. Okay? Okay. Now, to explore this...
Dr. Tava, sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to ask, yes, I just want to ask, what characteristic that Dr. Tava used to pick up the articles, yeah, just like Dr. Tava did just now. I mean, the step that you take, it is the citation or maybe based on the literature review databases that Dr. done before to know that this particular topic, this particular subject that doctor choose to yeah, for example, doctor say that okay, for the first one I start with the apa maksudnya the productivity, and then next is this title of the article, and then next, okay, what is the characteristic or why doctor choose that?
Oh,
Have I understand?
it's purely exploration. I don't have any specific reason. It's purely exploration. So like I said, so now you have a point of interest. Your point of interest, okay, you have a point of interest, which is your information system, firm performance. This is your point of interest. From here, now you're seeing what are the literature review, right? You're reviewing where the progress is. Where have we gone so far? So I don't, so what I did from here, I used ChatGPT to open one door. Okay, so I got two doors here to go. Okay, one is what a sustained investment. Okay, one more is artificial intelligence. So I just showed you from here. Okay, now from here I can go to AI. Now from AI I go further snowballing. So here my chat GPT done already. I don't use it anymore. Finish. Because I don't trust the flow beyond that. I honestly don't trust. So I trust AI with my life because I know I finished my graduate. I finished my PhD before time because of Google Scholar. Okay, very, very important if you know how to use it. So ChatGPT no more done. From AI, so the next variable here is artificial intelligence topic lah, that I want to look into alongside IS and FP, information system firm performance. This is a new candidate I'm adding to the equation. Okay. So then next item when I go, there are people talking about work productivity. So there are many different elements that they're talking about. One of the things that caught my eye is work productivity, because work productivity definitely improves firm performance. So how do work productivity with artificial intelligence, with information system, if you combine all of it, will actually improve firm performance or it won't improve? I want to find out. So from work productivity, I want to see the recent papers, example here. Okay, example here. This is the final. I can keep going lah, but this is sort of the final stage lah. So here I can look at a variable like adaptable workload, service culture influence, frontline employee performance, HR assistant, invisible dictator. Okay, this one probably no lah. HR assistant no lah. What else we have here? organizational trust, okay? They got organizational justice, okay, role performance. So this one will take me to completely a different paradigm, okay? If I take organizational justice, it'll go into something else altogether, okay? And then how appraisal works. Appraisal is something I haven't explored. So maybe I'll bring in appraisal, okay? So work productivity is here. You want to talk about work performance, you're giving them the tool, you're giving them information system, you're giving them AI, but does that mean firm will become better? Or you need to bring in appraisal. How do you appraise your employees? The old KPI system will work. So now from information system, okay, I have worked my snowballing. I went into HR in information systems, HR with information system with firm performance. That's how I connected the dots. Okay,
Okay.
and yeah, and I know. Thanks for the question, by the way. And I know for sure 100% whatever I'm telling here is reliable. It's true, no fake, because they are all real papers out there. Okay, so now I can literally create example. I can literally create information system. Okay. Probably I'll also bring in what they call that under information system. I'll probably have another dimension called AI as a model. I have other dimensions also lah, information system, but AI will be one of the dimension if the literature permits. Then probably I'll put inside mediator. I'll put work productivity. Okay, then I'll probably bring in appraisal as my moderator. Okay, just randomly throwing ideas. And then I'll look at firm performance. Okay, so if my judgment is right, okay, if I run this through and probably think of an maybe changing the models, maybe work productivity change to something else and so on, this will be a new model ready. Okay,
Thanks.
combining all this will be a new model ready.
Thank you, Doctor, for the answer.
Okay, thank you, no problem. So that's how I deduce an idea. That's how I will normally project an idea. Okay, so is it possible to have four out of 6 gaps? Yeah, of course you can. But do you have the time to solve all the gaps? That's the bigger question you need to ask. You only have 3 years. In that 3 years, we got so many public holidays. We got so many break days. Okay, so then we got so many celebrations as well, which of course we cannot avoid. Then we got family time, downtime, medical time, all this other time. All that you need to deal. If you reduce all of that, you probably have like maybe 2 years. Yeah, 1 year will be gone just like that. Okay, on various different things. Making mistake, redirection, chasing supervisor giving feedback, you doing correction. All of that 1 year will be gone. Just 2 years only you have for research. Okay. And from what I discuss with students a lot when they come and see me, all of them are not talking about the research. That's the best part. Okay, that's where we are heading towards. They're not talking about research. They talk about AI tools. Okay, that's what really worrying me. You should be talking about your research. People are wasting time exploring which AI tool to use. They spend 6 months, 8 months exploring because there are like people keep promoting 70 AI tools, 50 AI tools, 60 AI tools, 40 AI tools to use. Got 10 AI tools to proofread, 10 AI tools to literature review. So everyone like, okay, this is lying, this is not lying. Which one is lying? I don't know which I hallucinate, so I need to go experiment. So rather than you guys do the actual research, okay, rather than doing actual research, you guys are wasting time on lousy AI tools that you know, nonetheless, it's going to lie. It's going to give you misinformation. It's going to lie on your face. Okay, so I don't know if you guys go to TikTok or whatever social media, don't get carried away with bachelor student sharing what they're doing with AI. That won't work for us. It's not apple to apple comparison. So let them do that. Okay, their foreseeable future is already screwed. Okay, because they won't have any critical thinking. Okay, they won't have any form of critical thinking. They won't, you give them a thing, they won't even know what to do with it. They'll go to ChatGPT and ask again. Don't be like that. Okay, that defeats the whole purpose why you're doing what you're doing. All right, I'm not saying don't use AI, but don't waste time on it lah. Then you eventually will extend your PhD. I'm seeing more failure rates now compared to not having AI. Yeah, I feel when I did PhD was much easier compared to doing it now with so many AI tools. It's more confusing which one to use. You get that fear, that anxiety. Am I using the right AI? That guy told this one is good. See, There you go. Is there any AI tools good for or specific for legal research? It's all the same. It's all the same. No one is going to design an AI tool just for legal because it's too much of capital. They cannot afford it. It's too expensive. All right. So suddenly you'll be working towards, suddenly one person will come and tell, hey, this AI not good. I found, you go see this AI. Then suddenly you see TikTok, one person will tell, go do this AI. Then you leave this, you'll go there. And then you use that, you'll see another video, you'll go there. End up what happened? You don't even do your research. Just use ChatGPT. If you really want to use AI, just stick with ChatGPT. Don't waste your time with anything else. Don't waste your money either. Now you want to read paper, Google Scholar already giving you free PDF reader already. The rest, rely on this. Okay? AI cannot do repetitive summary calculation for us like a computing tool, but our thoughts, yes, that's very, very true. Your critical thinking is very, very important. Okay? I see people like me, I can survive whether got AI or don't have AI. Because I know essentially how to survive in research. I know how to do research. You give me one topic, I'll give you whatever you need. Okay, I can crunch the whole thing out. Doesn't matter which field area. You give me medical, you give me genetics, you give me computer science, you give me social science. I can crunch it out because I know how to do research. I don't rely on AI tools. That's the real strength. Okay, if AI tool don't lie, it doesn't hallucinate, it doesn't give you fake information, misinformation, then no problem. It does. That's the problem. Okay, so now from there, from all the gaps, these are the 5 important methods that you can use to determine the gaps. Okay, so you can have citation analysis, which I just showed to you, snowballing. That's very, very important. Okay, so this one is done. Content analysis is something I'll show you down the line. Meta-analysis is what one of our colleagues here mentioned earlier, but I'm not going to talk about it today. It's quite complex, okay, but quite effective. All right. Systematic review, definitely a good to go. Definitely. Yeah, sure. I think Dr. Gan will upload in YouTube, on YouTube. Future research limitation. These are the methods, okay, for you to find your gaps. Okay, so Google Scholar PDF Reader, for those who still unaware of Google Scholar PDF Reader, okay, very, very good tool. It's free of charge, nothing you're going to lose. But if you're going to use it, make sure you read the paper first. Okay, read the paper first. Dr. Gan said she will share the recording also. Thank you. So you go here. This is the latest AI feature. You see here, this is the AI outline. When you read a paper, you can just read it. Okay, and the flow will give you the AI outline. Okay, then this is the video that will teach you how to install it. Okay, so I've shown you step by step how to install it. Okay, and it's free, but the backend is still Gemini lah. I can see that's very, very obvious. Okay, still Gemini. If I were you, I will still read the full paper. And I won't even bother using Chat PDF, AI PDF, ChatGPT to read paper because it's already free. Why I want to go and some more prompt for what? Okay, it makes my life easier now. Okay, so now very simple. Just click this one. There. My PDF will open up. This one got no AI. I don't know why. Sometimes it won't appear. So I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't appear. Sometimes it appears. So that is something you guys need to, or maybe I need to reinstall the it's still new lah. So it's a bit unstable. Maybe let's try something else. Let's try this one. Okay. What is the paper? No. Oh, this is my 3MT invitation. There you go. There. So you open the paper, there, the AI outline is already here. Therefore, I tell you what you need to do. Okay. So it's quite new lah. All right. So it's already there. Okay. So I leave that to you guys. Telegram link. Okay. Here you go. Okay. So you're slightly behind time. Let's try to catch up. Okay, so content analysis, later I'll teach you how to do it, no problem. Okay, so this is my 12 steps consulting framework. This is how I normally consult more than ever now for most students who are using AI. More headache for us actually. Okay, more headache because they easily write 100 pages of proposal with AI, everything generated by AI, and most of it are lies. Okay, so it's getting a bit more difficult because it's not easy to find the lies. So yeah, so please verify whatever you guys do always. So these are the steps that I normally follow when I go through development phase. Okay, when a student goes through a development phase in their PhD or masters, these are the steps that you can go through. Okay, if you've never seen this diagram, it's actually on my website. My website is under maintenance. Sometimes you cannot find it, but it'll be there lah. Okay, so there are two different stages: PhD proposal, PhD thesis. Okay, I've even given you timelines here. How long you should expect to spend if you want to graduate on time at every stage. Okay, you will normally cross all these stages. Usually all these stages you will cross. Always when you start your first proposal, start with 10 pages first. Never ever start chapter 1 to 3 directly. Never. Why? Because you need to talk to your supervisor with your idea. Okay, that's not nice. Okay. Always write your idea, very simple summary. 10 pages is summary of a chapter 1 to 3. So introduction, objective, your RQ, your model, what do you mean, your theory, your methodology, all that in 10 pages. This is what normally we'll start with. Normally when you start coaching, this is what we start. Step number 1, 10 pages. Bring it to supervisor, get their approval first. Very, very important. Your supervisor wants, I keep hearing this from students, your supervisor want to see you or don't want to see you, not giving the right feedback, doesn't matter. Just go and push it through. You need to get the feedback. Get feedback, engage very closely, bring all your literature together with the 10 pages so that you can present the literature also, where the idea coming from and so on. Don't just give 10 pages proposal and then, expect them to find all the answers. No, you need to present it to them. You need to bring all your case study. You need to present your case. It'll be more agreeable that way. Okay. Once they like your idea, they are on board with you, they know which direction you're heading and so on, then you move to chapters 1 to 3. Okay, then you move to chapters 1 to 3. From chapters 1 to 3, okay, from chapters 1 to 3, here, your 10 pages proposal, you expand into, you break it down into chapter 1, 2, and 3, whereby the development is you finish chapter 1, give it to your supervisor first, get feedback. See how you're doing. Then move to chapter 2. Then move to chapter 3. And so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, right after that, you go into step number 3, proofreading. Proofreading is up to you how you want to do it. You want to use Grammarly, you want to use AI, you want to use human, I leave that to you. But if I were you, I will never upload any of the essential information, RO, RQ, idea, your model and so on, onto any AI platform. Grammarly is okay because Grammarly is not doing generative writing. It's not giving writing ideas. Okay? It only gives you back grammar, grammar correction and so on lah. Okay, but whatever you do, remember turn it in AI lah. All right, so that is that. Right after that, prepare for your defense, go for your defense and finish your defense correction. Every stage of here, normally we will coach lah, every stage. If you do everything well here, you'll come out very well here, defense correction. While doing all this, immediately start publication process. Okay, last time, if I'm not mistaken, USM used to have a rule, once you even finish Viva, within 1 year, you have to get paper accepted. If no, you may result in failure, okay, because in 1 year, you don't get paper accepted. Now, they only let you get paper accepted, then only you can go for Viva, so that you don't fail. So, papers nowadays take 6 months to 1.5 years minimum to get accepted, Scopus, So, start early. Any journals getting you accepted very quickly, anyone giving you empty promises, run away. Run away. It's going to be scam. Or the journal will be kicked out of Scopus very soon. So, go for legit journals. It will take this amount of time. Okay, this is how normally we give our guidance lah. Okay, this is the time, chapter 1 to 3. Okay, now can coach to systematic review, scoping review, and so on. Okay, then concurrently, you go on with your journey, do your data analysis, Python. We normally focus on SPSS, AMOS, Smart PLS, NVivo, Python, MATLAB, and so on and so forth. Okay. Finish chapter 4 and 5, align all the chapters, expand the write-up. Okay, then Go for more journals if you want to, empirical, okay, empirical, but try to publish and finish whatever you can here itself, the requirement. The rest are all additional. Minimum must have 2 for USM PhD, okay? This proofreading, this one I don't really mind. You want to use human, you want to use Grammarly and whatnot, but this one really needs to use humans, need to. Because here, this is where you get feedback. Humans will tell you where you're going wrong, what is wrong, why this part doesn't make sense, and so on. What is not sensible, so that you can escape from your external examiners from becoming largely wrong or very hard, very difficult to understand, and so on. So this part, I would always suggest hire human. Okay, and when we proofread, we normally provide lifetime language warranty and certificate. We definitely give lifetime language warranty. Okay, then prepare for Viva. Prepare for Viva. Okay, here also we prepare, normally we coach students for defense, and then Viva, go through, here is your Viva, come out, you can get 5 different results. You can get minor, no correction, we have gotten like 6 in our whole journey. We got 1 last year, no correction from UM, then 1 minor correction, then major correction, I mean not 1, then minor correction, then major correction, major, what do you call that? Major with reviva, and then complete failure. So the first 3 is okay. Don't get the last 2. All right, that's your major goal lah. All right. Okay, so how do we coach and consult? We normally do either coaching mode, comprehensive coaching, where we provide guide, literature. Once you finish writing, we'll review, give comments, and so on, or we'll go on consulting mode. All right. So these are the 2 things. Okay, and typically, just to show you how long a paper gets accepted or takes to get acceptance, this one took us about 1 year, 3 months. When we consult the student, it's about 1 year, 3 months, 7 rejections. This is my own paper I published last year, okay, Web of Science Q1, along with Dr. Harold, Prof. Effie, and so on, the various universities, Q1 impact factor 10.8, systematic review, 3 rejections, took us about 2 years and 2 months to get acceptance. It takes time. Okay, I'm not simply preaching. I myself, I go through the not quite extended timeline. Then this one took us about 9 months. This was Web of Science. This was Scopus. Then this was again Scopus. Took us about 11 months. So average about 6 months to 1.5 years. Sometimes can be more. All right. So start preparing early. Very, very important. Okay. Now coming to literature databases. Okay. When it comes to now, snowballing, I've taught already. Means citation analysis is done. Then I've already taught research gap. I've taught you all the steps to conduct your research. Now, where to go and find proper literature. Okay. These are all the databases largely you can find. Okay. That you can find all the papers. Not like AI. AI won't give you all the papers. All right. Because largely they don't get access to a lot of papers. Right. So, but this is a lot. If you want to go through one by one, it's not practical. So, end of the day, if I also gave you a template, you can download from Telegram group. All the active links are given. According to subject area and also general subject, all subject area, all the links are given. Okay. Now, from here, how many databases to search? Why so many? Actually, end of the day, all the databases comes back to the major players. Scopus, Web of Science, Google Scholar. Unfortunately, these 2 you need to pay, or university will pay. This one is free. So you can decide for yourself which one you want to go with. All right. So if I were you, I will never search for paper in any AI tools. I will search only in hardcore literature databases. Okay. Real literature databases. Okay. All right. Here are 2 more classes that you can watch on my Facebook. Literature Review Scopus, Literature Review Web of Science Clarivate. Okay. Okay. Now we are going into hands-on paper crunching. Hands-on paper crunching. This is almost the final segment already. This is a very, very, very important segment. Okay. So this is where I'm going to show you how do you prompt in case if you still want to prompt to read paper in any AI tools. Okay. I don't use secondary tools. I only use primary tools. Okay. I don't use secondary tools. For primary tools, okay, so these are the prompting technique according to sections of the paper. Okay, my first question to all of you, how many of you use AI to read papers? I mean, you just upload the whole thing and ask the to summarize, but essentially at the end, you don't really read the paper. You just take the summary. Tell me the truth. That is very important to know.
Doctor, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Actually, when we searching using the databases like Scopus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can extract the data and we can see the data, the DOI and extract, right?
Use.
Uh, so if we cannot find the PDF copy, how can we do
Cannot
actually?
find the. I cannot get your question clearly.
Okay.
Your
If
your your sound
we
is not clear.
okay, doctor. If we searching for the database like Scopus,
Okay. All
okay,
right.
and we extract all the data export data CSV format,
Oh, okay. Scopus
and
database lah. When you do
okay,
systematic review and so
okay,
on, right?
okay, and but we find on the we can find on the abstract and the DOI, right, and
Okay.
others. So actually, what we can do if we cannot find the PDF copy?
PDF. No, you have to find. You have to find. So okay,
Have to find.
one other thing you can do is you can email the authors. If you cannot find it in
Oh,
USM
okay.
in your university, whether USM or different universities, if you cannot find on their own databases, you cannot get access. Then let's say you cannot, what do you call it? You cannot get access. Then you cannot get it on Sci-Hub. You cannot get it on any other ResearchGate or any other platform. The last two options you have, which one is basically buying the paper. I don't want that. It's complete waste. Or you can email the authors. Per paper will have at least 3 to 4 authors. Find them on Google. You
So
can
actually,
find anyone's emails on Google's. I mean, or anyone's email on Google. Find it, email all of them for a copy of the paper. Lah.
actually we must find it, We
Definitely, you
must
need
find.
the.
Not. Is it enough? We just using the abstract.
Not enough. You don't know the content of the paper. Abstract can be very deceiving sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
If
So
if,
we
if
need to
okay,
find
it
all
it,
of
it
the copy.
it goes both ways lah. If I were you, I will never go for a proposal defense or viva without reading every single literature piece that I'm supposed to read, because I don't know how they will come at me. Okay, because nowadays I'm listening a lot. They just randomly opening the paper and telling, okay, tell this part where you cited this paper, where it came from. Show me. So when that
Actually,
happens, yeah.
actually, we normally taking the abstract only and just use AI to write.
Yeah, so if you think that is good enough for you, then okay lah. It's your risk to take lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, literature review is about reviewing. If you only take the abstract, what literature are we reviewing anymore?
Okay, is the best way is to download all of the copy and read
Absolutely.
the all the whole
See,
article.
okay, put it like this. You are a lawyer, you're going for a murder case in court. You have all the precedent cases. You want to read what happened in this case, what happened this case, and what happened this case. And someone is at trial, and the flow will go to I picture myself going for Viva like that, to that extreme. Because if I fail, I have to come back and redo everything. I don't want to do that. I want to go slice one go, sharp slice, finish, move on. Okay, that's how I treated my Viva. So if I'm going on a trial case, if I fail, I have to come back and redo everything, re-Viva. I have to see, go back to my supervisor. All this put me into a lot of stress. So I don't want. So what I do is I actually go through. If I'm a lawyer, I will go through every single case, or would I just read the summary only and then go there and argue, and then the opposite guy comes and screws me with all the facts? What are you going to do then? So
Okay,
that,
thank you.
yeah, no problem. That is the answer to your question lah. Okay, all right. So if I were you, yeah, I would read. Okay. So let me just look at all the reply here. Thanks for the question, Hanaf. Read the whole paper very often. Not me. I don't trust AI for the selective paper. No, I use AI and read the papers. I use AI, but still read the paper myself. Not relying AI. Read a paper. Not really reliable. My missing important info. How to do that? I don't know how to do that. So read manually. I'm not. Summary is only for me. Have a glance. Sometimes I get the main idea. If I match, I read all the papers. Third, okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So email but no reply, you keep spamming lah. You keep spamming under the flag. What is there for you to lose? My thinking is always, what is there for me to lose? I email only until the fellow want to give me. If you don't want to give me, it's okay. I keep emailing. Okay. All right. So some of you, okay. My advice to you: use AI. You want to summarize, okay, but read the paper. Read the paper. Why? You might say, then why do I have to use AI? I want to make my life easier, but you want to know what you are putting into your document, ma. You represent the document. You are the document. So when it's there, examiner's perception is you read already. You cannot tell the fly, hey, I use AI to summarize. I don't know where it is. Cannot. Or you go like, let me have to recall the paper again. No, don't ever do that. You're calling for trouble already. They will just fail you, redo, come back. You have to waste another 6 months to 1 year. Might as well you spend the time now to read the paper properly. And then go for Viva. And then go and do your thesis. Use AI to summarize. You don't want to summarize everything, and just use AI to summarize. It's okay. As long as you know what is the content of the paper, you're safe. Okay, that's what I want. I want you to be safe. You use AI or don't use AI doesn't make any difference to me, but use it wisely. Okay? All right. So, okay, this is the guidance on telling you how you should literature review or review a paper, how to summarize. That's the template is doing here. Okay? So, every part of the paper, every segment got feedback. Okay, I already written down, already summarized. This template you can download from my Telegram group also. Everything is here. Okay. Okay. Now, this is segmentized paper reading prompting. When you guys upload a paper, especially if you never read it, you just upload, ask the group to summarize the whole paper for you, a lot of information will be missed out. Okay. A lot of information will be misinformed, actually. I'll show you today, for real, okay? So if you don't read the paper, you know what kind of risk you're taking? You're taking a lot of risk. So if I were you, I always want to protect myself, yes, because I'm going for Viva. I don't want people to smack me. It's very embarrassing, okay? So I designed a prompting method for every segment of the paper, okay, starting from here. Introduction, literature review, methodology, data analysis, discussion. I have segmentized it. Why? If this is a paper, okay, let's say this is a paper. Paper is the idea, can is the black box of the idea. So, how to add in your Telegram group? You just click and join only lah. You click and join only. If you cannot, later you ask me in the group, okay? Yeah, you can come in. Prompts later I share. That's part of your notes, okay? So stay until the end. So this is intro, literature review, methodology, result, discussion. Okay, intro, this discussion. Okay, this is the paper. Now, introduction, literature review, methodology is talking about the present paper. Present problem, present paper, present issue that they are trying to solve. Okay. Result, discussion is talking about the output. This is outgoing, this is incoming. This is the problem. This is outgoing. That means already got result ready, already discussed ready. This is the limitation. Now, if you upload the whole paper, ask them to summarize and give you a problem statement or give you a limitation gap or something, the flow will goreng everything. The flow will talk about the current problem, future problem, because current problem is already solved in this paper already, already solved in the current paper already. So the flow will summarize this for you, telling you this is a new problem. And then the flow will take another new problem from you. The flow will go roja everything and then give you hallucinated information, misinformed information. That's why it's important for you to Segmentize the reading so you get exactly what is happening here. So you can judge for yourself what is going on. Okay. The same thing with Barber's Library website. Okay. All right. Oh, there you go. Dr. Gan shared this. This is very useful. Okay. Article delivery service USM community, pay-per-view. You can do all this. Okay. So this is good. Thank you, Dr. Gan. Okay. So that's why we segmentize it. Now let's go and experiment. How does this happen? How does it go? Okay. So this is 1.2 PhD thesis reference criteria. Sorry, not this one. This one. Forget this writing. Okay. Now here. Upload the paper again. Again, I'm uploading this paper. I want to read this paper. Okay, I want to read this paper. So I upload this paper. From here, I tell the floor, if you're carrying out a PhD thesis, would you consider the attached paper as a reference? If yes, what are the quality criteria do you consider? The first thing you must always find out, what is the quality of the paper? Is it predatory? Is it non-indexed? Is it Scopus? Is it Web of Science? Very, very important. Because mostly ChatGPT gives or any AI tool gives are mostly rubbish, mostly open access. Some of them are not even indexed. Some of them kicked out. Some of them in Bill's list, predatory journals. I don't want to read those kind of papers. Okay, because rubbish in, rubbish out, end of the day. Okay, so this ChatGPT, yeah, paper very valuable for PhD thesis. These are all the quality criteria, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then I asked the fellow, what is the journal impact and indexing? The fellow told me impact factor 20.1, site score 28.8. Okay, now if I open the paper, International Journal of Information Management. Okay, this is the journal. Impact factor 20.1, site score 54.9. So even that, the fellow cannot get it right. People are relying on this for the whole PhD AI. Even site score, the existing numbers of the fellow cannot absorb properly. Okay, 28.8. All right. So this is wrong. Impact factor was right. Okay, then index in social science citation index, Scopus, these two are the most important. See, even the list down, the list these two only at the top. These two very, very important, must be indexed. Okay, then you can counter check in JCR lah, counter check in Web of Science JCRs, counter check in Scopus and so on. Okay, now here, please summarize only the introduction section of the paper. Okay, so then the give me summary. Okay, this is, if you don't read the paper, imagine it this way. Look at this from my lens. My introduction starts from here. Here, this one, all of this, and up to here. So that is about 2.5 pages. Okay, then when the first summarized for me 2.5 pages, only became from there to there. So guys, even section summary is like this. Section by segmentized summary is only this much, from 2.5 pages. If you don't read the paper, for some of you who don't read, how do you guys brave enough to take this as a summary, trust this FLIR or any other tools that you use and take it? See, it's already very short now. You don't know what the FLIR vomit out, what the FLIR included, what the FLIR isolated that may be very, very important for you. You know, it's very risky, very, very risky to do that. Do this if you already read the paper. No problem, because you already know what is the content. Okay? So that is one problem. Now, from the problem given, I mean, from the what do you call that, prompting given, respond, we're going to summarize it and show where is the hallucination or fake information. So you need to tread carefully. This is segmentized prompting in premium ChatGPT 4.0. That means literally I uploaded the paper. From the paper, the FLIR have to tell me what is going on. Okay, not just go find information from me in their neural networks. Okay, that is more lying, more hallucination if you do that. Normally, when you upload the paper, the hallucination is slightly lesser. But even then, I show you. Prior studies present mixed results on the direct impact of IS on firm performance. Okay, mixed results. Many studies focus on IT investment alone, ignoring decision-making and business process as mediators. Now, if you don't read the paper, what would you do? You will say, unfortunately, in prior literature, the factual contribution on decision making and business process as mediators were completely ignored and were not even considered for the betterment of firm performance. That's what you'll write, right? But actually, in prior research, there are already many studies focused on IT and IT, IS, and firm performance with positive results. Only some had negative results. So when you say ignore, these two mediators is wrong because there is no reason for them to ignore when the result is already positive. So that's how you have to explain. If you don't read the paper, you will have most of the factuality gone. So when you reply, like if you write review like this, the person comes as an information system expert, the fellow definitely will know this paper is 20.1 impact factor. They will know the paper. They'll say, no, I don't think before this time people ignored decision making. Just the people never do lah. Okay, they never do because there were positive influence already. That means your IS and your firm performance already got positive influence. Why they want to do decision making, business process, all this? Why they want to add additional things when something is already working? So there you go. That is the problem if you don't read the full paper. Okay. So then next thing the fellow tells, there is a lack of empirical research in emerging economies such as Turkey. Very, very, very wrong also. Already many experimental results done, empirical research done in Turkey, done in India, done in Brazil, emerging economies, all done. Okay, just that Turkey was not done for these mediators only. Okay, so if you get an examiner who really know your papers, who already know your references, having someone this time, the current age, they know students use AI to read paper, they will be even more careful. Okay, if you if you what do you call it? If you escape the bait, okay lah, good for you. Okay, but you don't know what's going to happen. All right, so that's why it's important to read the papers. Don't just blindly trust what is given. Premium version, okay. Now if you go to the next one, also I can show just one more example to show you guys. I'll give you the full prompting, no worries. But my condition to all of you, if you're going to use it, took me a lot of time to build this, okay? Took me a lot of time. I'll give it for free, no problem, take it. But my condition to all of you, read the paper first. Okay, don't simply just use this and get away with it. Don't. Make sure you read the paper first, okay? So now next thing, section 2, theoretical background hypothesis, theoretical background. So you see this paper for section 2. The rest I'm not going through today, don't have enough time. Okay. Theoretical background hypothesis starts from here. First page, second page, third page, and fourth. Third, 3.5 lah. Okay, 3.5. So 3.5 started from here. Finish. So what other information were missed out? I don't know. Even I read the papers, I don't know what were missed out. I have to recall again what the friend never summarized. Okay, maybe it could be important. I really don't know myself, to be honest. Okay, but here itself, okay, look at the problems here. Misinformation, I'm not going through everything. I'm just highlighting the major ones only, IS human resource capability. That means information system with proper human resource. What is the outcome? Or what is the literature behind that? So there is skills, knowledge, expertise, blah, 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 all these things. Then here the first say, IS human resource capability positively influences decision-making and business processes. Remember, this is section 2, literature review. Now only you're establishing the model. How, if you're establishing the model, you already know that IS human resource already positively influence decision-making business process when you are introducing mediators for the first time in this paper. How come you know already? Misinformation. Okay, again, the fellow don't understand the difference between hypothesis and actual statement. So if you don't read the paper, what you will do? You will tell it's already positively influenced. You will just take it and go. Okay, but in reality, it did not positively influence. This is just hypothesis. Same, another issue here. Decision-making performance, another one of the mediator, decision-making performance is key in linking IS capabilities to business success. It's not exactly. That is not true. A very strong statement that is not true. Not true at all. Not even remotely close. Again, this is another hypothesis. Okay? Misinformed. All right? Clear? So, I'm going to skip the rest. Okay? I just put this in case if you have time. Okay. Just a final part on theoretical contribution. Okay, theoretical contribution, all the prompts I'll give you, don't worry. Okay, theoretical contribution, at the end, the flag gave me valid new ideas. Okay, some of it are quite good. How to improve future research. See, towards discussion only, the way I prompted, the flag give me future research on. How? Because if you look at discussion, the way I prompt, I never asked earlier, I only asked in result and then discussion. If you were to read section 5 discussion, okay, how would you conclude the contributions of this paper in all perspectives and what can be further improved? Only here I asked. I don't ask earlier. Because if I ask in section 1 and 2, hypothesis, so this fellow don't know whether hypothesis or not. The fellow will start giving me the current problem of the paper that they already solved as a new problem. Okay, so I don't trust the fellow. Okay, so that's why I ask in this section. And the answer given was this. Okay, we forget all this. All these are misinformation. All this just to show you guys in the whole paper, this one misinformation methodology, misinformation. Okay, misinformation. Okay, section 5, misinformation. I'm just showing some parts only. Okay, now valid new ideas from here. Expand to global markets, which we say no point. Okay, that one memang we throw already. Use real financial data. This is good. Secondary data lah. Okay, good idea. Conduct long-term studies, longitudinal studies, time series studies. Also good idea. Investigate AI. We have gone through that already. Now, this is a new one. Incorporate behavioral and cognitive psychology into IS research. And this can connect with your human capital. Just now we spoke about human capital. Okay, all right. That is how it's done. Any questions so far? Almost done already. And if you copy entirely from ChatGPT, Turnitin AI is a very big problem, major problem. I've done a lot of videos, already hit 1.7 million views also, one of the video. Humanizing tools don't work. So don't waste your money. And after you spend the day, when you go and scan Turnitin AI, the AI will be still high. When you go back and ask them for refund, they won't refund. Okay, they won't refund. So be very, very careful. Okay, so this is the original Turnitin AI example showing you this is what is shown as Turnitin AI, which cannot view by students. Only supervisors or administrator can view. Students cannot view this. Okay. Then after paraphrasing, this one human-based paraphrasing, we did this. We managed to beat Turnitin AI from 94% to 0%. Okay, that is but very, very, very difficult. This comes under our L4 services, paraphrasing, proofing, editing, and structuring. This is even more tougher than paraphrasing for the original Turnitin problem. This because even your own writing will be flagged as Turnitin AI sometimes. So be careful. Okay, so don't use any humanizing tools. Start paraphrasing on your own. Or if you need help, you can reach out to us. Okay. Now, finally, after all the paper reading, after all the literature review, the next thing you need to do is literature matrix. Very, very, very important to do literature matrix. Okay. Why? This will give you the full summary. Not necessary. You don't need to put in your thesis. I don't say most theses have it. This is just your phone for your own reference if you need it. Okay. This is a very good example of literature matrix from Dr. Sharifa Maisara, who is a senior lecturer in UM now, my client. She just recently completed a PhD. Completed PhD with zero correction. Okay, no correction at all. One of our finest protege lah. This is her literature review table, very detailed table. Took a lot of time, during consulting and coaching to get this done. Not easy, but very, very detailed. She memang perfectionist lah. Memang she's perfectionist. Okay, so that is her literature matrix, a very good sample to show you. And then this was a result. Okay, this was a topic, development of a cognitive intervention module for post-chemotherapy breast cancer survivors. Okay, so this was the examiner's comments. Okay, literally the comment from examiners. The candidate has already published substantial components of the thesis. Okay, the candidate has already published substantial components of the thesis. Part of the reason why she got no correction. The papers were very, very strong. That really pushed her to pass. No problem. But what pushed her to get almost zero correction is her writing. The thesis is largely well written with no stylistic concerns. Nothing to comment, to correct. Everything is good. And that is what the thesis went through with us, proofreading, editing, and structuring. Okay, after coaching and consulting, there's the final step. And of course, it comes with lifetime language warranty. Okay, all right. So finally, for those who are stuck in their journey in terms of coaching or consulting, this is what we do, all right? So PhD proposal consultancy, Scopus Web of Science publication, okay, all this consultation, defense preparation, proposal defense examiner response, data analysis interpretation, many different software, but expertise basis, thesis to journal conversion, Viva preparations, thesis to examiner response. These are the 8 core areas that we normally focus on. Okay, and this Dr. Faris from USM, okay, graduated this year, finished this year lah. Okay, so very recent one, and this is what we do lah in terms of coaching and consulting. Okay, so with that, today's class you'll be getting the full prompt engine. Okay, I think some of them have already emailed. If you're already now emailing list, you probably received it already. And I'll also share the paper on how to do manual content analysis. Okay, I'll share the paper also. So with that, our next class is already fixed already, so I think we can ignore this for now. And with that, we are done. Thank you very much. I took extra 5 minutes, but we started a bit 10 minutes later of the starting time. So we are done. Any feedback more than welcome. Okay, which AI good for paraphrase? I think I just shared. Humanizing won't work, Marwa. AI paraphrasing won't work. If you want to try, you can try, but you'll be basically wasting money lah. So when you go back to Turnitin AI, even Grammarly is being picked up by Turnitin AI. Grammarly, when you take the major rewriting portion, Turnitin AI will be picked up, will pick up. Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. Very fruitful knowledge. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Nadra. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone as well. Next class, I think. Next class, let me check. Okay, by the way, I'm also collecting feedback. Okay, wait, just one moment. I forgot to do this just now. It's okay, I'll just do lah. Okay, so wait, everyone, look at this link. Okay, go to this link. Okay, give me your feedback in terms of, make sure you click 5-star. Don't click anything less than 5-star. Okay, go to this link, hit 5-star. In the comment, write down what else do you, next class is going to be critical review. Okay, how to critically review, and so on. How to critically review to create a proper research gap from a topic. We go more in depth next class. Okay, and I'm going to bring in Scopus database as well. All right. So go here, type in what do you want me to cover in that spectrum. If I can slot it in, I'll try to slot it in. So you can click that link. Make sure you hit 5-star, write in the comment. Okay, all right. So that is that. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Gan also. Dr. Gan, I'll hand over to you.
Dr. Tawa?
Okay, we still have one question, I think. Yeah. Yes, Bakra?
Yeah. Dr. Tawa, I just want to ask him a question because what I'm saying. So most of Springer Nature journals also find that they said that using large language models for language editing or paraphrasing is not a problem. How does it actually come along the way with using like Turnitin for detecting AI tools? So I don't know. I see it more than one journal. They said that they don't even need to declare that you use AI just for language enhancement. That's what I'm saying about this. If you have any idea about this,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
I'm getting that. That is a very gray area, to be honest to you, because I'm still getting feedback from students once they get rejection. Partially also because of Turnitin AI. That's why we are doing more paraphrasing now. We are doing more paraphrasing than proofreading. Okay, we're doing more paraphrasing than proofreading. And it's a very gray area, to be honest to you, because I get same documents from Elsevier and Springer where the reviewers ask them to go and paraphrase because they say it's very much AI written. Because same goes to university. Even UTM has a handbook where it says so you can prove. But when the feedback comes back, now they are suspecting, did you proofread or did you actually develop all the content in AI? So it's like they are telling you go and commit crime. It's okay. I'm not crime lah. It's not a crime. I'm just telling lah example. But that will give rise to other problems. Like, do you really wrote this paper? So that is where for me, I'm still skeptical. It's still very gray area.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
see that one in the guide, like they put it in the guide for the authors, and it's very strange. There's actually like AI detection tools. It's not allowed people to use this one, but you just write it officially. You say that you can use large language models for enhancing your writing.
Sorry,
So
one moment. One moment. Sorry, one moment.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. I agree. No, even university guideline they have given, they say you can use for proofreading and so on. But then once the 2018 AI is up, then it opens door for the floodgates. Like the doubt will come whether you actually wrote everything on your own or not. Then when the declaration takes place, your reviewers will go more focusing into your citations. They will see whether this guy really only proofread or he actually used everything to write. So AI is still, I would say, it's being celebrated and it's being disgusted at the same time. So it's a very controversial. Some people really advocate for that. Some people really hate all the fake. I for once, I really don't like reporting fake information. So I'm always against using AI in the wrong manner, in a more, I would say, uninvestigated manner. So that's why I teach you today, all of you, how to actually use AI to investigate, and then from there you can take it. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so doctor, if there's no more questions, Hanaf raised the hand. Hanaf, got question?
I think Hanaf raised his hand since just now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay,
already
all right,
asked his question. Yeah.
Okay,
So
all right,
there's
doctor.
one question in the group. Will the
Oh,
slide
okay.
share this? Yeah. Will you share the slide in the WhatsApp
Slide,
group?
I will share the prompt first. Slides, once I finish the full cycle of the class, then I'll share. Because I still got one more class to go, final class with UMT. After that, I think I'll probably share.
Okay. Thank you. Noted with thanks. Yeah. So thank you again, Dr. Thava, for
Thank
such
you,
a
doctor.
insightful sharing. Especially, I think your method is very well. It's very structured. Yeah. I think I believe the participants will be, they will really benefit from this very structured journey for their to start off with their PhD topics, and also to carry out their literatures. Yeah, I think one challenge like what supervisors are having now is we tend to get a lot of information from the students very fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
AI generated,
yeah.
and we have become like we will be the one who need to investigate whether it's the information is real or not. It's getting very challenging to supervise nowadays. Like, yeah, I
It's
hope
very,
I hope all the participants play your roles, especially check and read the paper yourself. Yeah, before submitting any materials to your supervisors. Yeah, so you really have to do the reading, not
I
just
think,
like summarize with AI tools and send for supervisors checking. Yeah.
yeah. I think, doctor, I think we have already opened the floodgates. Okay. So I think supervisors cannot stand barrier very long. I think at certain point they'll just let go. Whatever. I'm hearing this from supervisors themselves. When I talk to them, they say we just let go lah. Whatever. Let the examiners decide. Let them go for Viva and let them face the music. I'm hearing that a lot. So
Yeah, true.
after a certain time, even examiners will say whatever, just go only lah. So one is the risk will open up. Like recently, we have this professor, I think associate professor from MIT or Harvard, who got caught with a lot of fake information in a publication. She got thrown out of the university and so on. So I think once that start taking place, where the university name starts getting spoiled, like PhD with fake information and so on, that's when things will start heating up lah. It's Howard, right? Howard, yeah, it's Howard. So yeah, it's Howard. So that's where the risk is lah. That's what I don't want to happen, because one way or another they'll jeopardize the good name of certain universities lah. But yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. Thank
so
you,
thanks
doctor.
again. Yeah, so we welcome, I think coming session will
Yeah. Where
a
I
WhatsApp
forgot.
group.
Yeah, okay, sure. All right, doctor. We'll discuss that. I think next one is 13 August, I think. Yeah, I think it's 13 August. Okay, all right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.